of SLPPNA.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I now have the esteemed honor to call on the following members of our party who are vying for regional chairman, the position of regional chairman, SLPP North America. I will start with the incumbent, Mr. Desmond Pesima. Next, I want to call in no other person but a challenger by the name of Mr. Henry Stevens. And I would like to invite no other person but another challenger, Mr. Kindolo Barnett. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to a very sensitive aspect of this debate. We want to talk to you kindly. For you to minimize your applause, your clapping, your cheering, please minimize it. We know everybody loves his or her candidate. We want to do this as quickly as possible and get out of here. So, I want to start with the incumbent, Mr. Desmond Pesima. Mr. Pesima, the SLPP is a political party that opposes the true tenets of democratic values as it unfolds here today. But to have two esteemed brothers challenging your leadership bring a lot to mind. Why do you think these people are challenging you?
One country, one people. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my track record upon which I am running for re-elections. From day one, I promised the region that my administration will provide ID cards for you guys, and we did. Number two, I have collaborated with embassies to organize anti-democratic and anti-patriotic rallies. We have countered those protests to uplift our party. Number three, I have collaborated with other SLPP organizations in the diaspora to organize events in Sierra Leone in the support of His Excellency's re-election. Number four, I galvanized over 120 members of this region. We went to Sierra Leone to participate in the midterm census. We also participated in the registration process. We participated strongly in campaigning for His Excellency, and we were strongly in the middle of his re-election. Ladies and gentlemen, first time in the history of this region, an administration raised over $390,000, and we supported the re-election of His Excellency retired Brigadier Julius Mada Bio. It is an open book which all of you can access me on. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the only chairman that have conducted over 13 chapter inaugurations. And when I go to those inaugurations, I support them financially by giving each chapter $1,000. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the only chairman who have traveled within and without SLPP North America, and also have made sure that I am the only chairman who has not submitted anything like an expense report to be reimbursed for my expenses to Fruta. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you, Mr. Pesima. Mr. Pesima, the question was, why do you think these two guys are challenging your authority? All right? Okay, so I don't know if you need a minute to answer that question. Because that is really the question. Why do you think they are challenging you?
I will tell you, it's because I have made this region sexy and attractive, and now they want to come and enjoy my legacy and the work that I've done. Hard work does not come overnight. Hard work takes time, it takes dedication, it takes resilience, it takes love, it takes collaboration, and it takes dedication. That is why they are running against me, because the region is not sexy. Before, they never wanted to run for this position. Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, when I hold on a piece, mate. Okay, so here goes my question to Mr. Henry Stevens. Mr. Stevens, SLPP is a political party that opposes the true tenets of democratic values as it unfolds here today. A lot of people say, some people say, the incumbent chairman has done some good job. Why are you challenging him?
One country. One people. Ladies and gentlemen, this question is very simple for me to answer. As you all know, Mr. Pesima was my friend and is still my friend. But there are certain times when you support somebody and when you say if the person is supposed to deliver and they fail to deliver, then you have the onus on you to tell people that you are going to stand that, you are going to confront that one individual and make sure you try to draw the difference between the two of you. Now, my friend here told this region that he was going to bring back a party conference. He failed to do that. My friend here is going to leave this region divided more than any other chairman we've had in this region. Take any instance of this job elections we have. Take place like Ohio. Take place of Seattle. Take the place of this man was actively involved in the politics of these people. That's not how you preach unity in this region. This man said he inherited $53,000, right? He inherited $53,000. Okay, and he's leaving $96,000 in my figures right. So which means he was only able to add $40,000. That's not good for this region. You should be more than that. So ladies and gentlemen, I know that this man is not deliver. We are talking about deliverables. This man as far as did not deliver. They are chairman and
That's the debate going on for the chairperson currently.
Deliverables are things that people who inherit. Take Mohammed Bar, for instance. I'm not going too far. He brought the residency clause. That's something you can say is deliverable. People go to Freetown and run on that paper. So let's me fast from here. That's why I'm running against Mr. Desmond.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stevens. Next to my brother, Mr. Himolo Bennett. Mr. Bennett, SLPP is a political party that opposes the true tenets of democratic values as it unfolds here today. As you heard the incumbent chairman, he has said that it is because of his achievements that you are running against him. Why are you running against the chairman?
Thank you very much, Mr. Sharif, for answering that question. One country. One people. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hindolo Francis Bennett. I'm running to be your next chairman of this region. Because this region is changed. If given the opportunity to lead this region, implement three things. One, budgetary control mechanism. Two, access. Three, capacity building. When I talk about budgetary control mechanism, I am talking about how we are going to ensure that we have accountability. How many of you all sitting here can tell us that you know how our money is spent? If given the opportunity to grow this region, I will ensure that we have proper accountability for every money that we raise. Two, I'm talking about access. And when I talk about access, I'm talking about relationship building. Relationship of our diaspora and also connecting our region with key stakeholders in Sierra Leone. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the diaspora, we want to ensure that we build our chapters. What is the current relationship between the chapters and the executive? Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you can sit there when you're in need and pick up your phone and call the regional chairman? How many of you can feel comfortable to pick up your phone and call the regional chairman? If given the opportunity to lead, I will ensure I implement an open door policy where members can feel free to reach out to me. Also, if given the opportunity to lead, ladies and gentlemen, I will ensure that I collect this region with stakeholders in Sierra Leone. At Young Generation Leader, I organized 3 events. The first was in Ohio, where we had the then Minister of Education and our Minister of Afghanistan who attended the event. Our second event.
Thank you, Mr. Barnett. Thank you, Mr. Barnett. One minute for this question that is going to go to each one of you. After we spoke to many of your delegates, no, not reports, we'll just ask straight. You can report inside the question that's coming. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, as we spoke to many of your delegates, they disclosed to us that each one of you has some connections with those powers that be in Sierra Leone. And so they are afraid that those powers in Sierra Leone may influence your decision making that will negatively impact your decision here. So, ladies and gentlemen, brothers, I want to know, let me start with Mr. Desmond Petsima. Are you under the influence of anybody in Leone, including the president?
I consider that question ingenious. It's actually out of place, and I don't think we should be asking this question debate. What we should be talking about is how are we the candidates to bring to the table. We are SLPP. So I listened to my 2 brothers. Chairman Stevens is talking about party conference. I am so committed to accountability. I'm so committed to an open book that even though I am not the one that shut down the party conference, I promised to bring it back, and I had some roadblocks. I worked with my executive and the team to institute what we call the SLPPNA Delegates Conference, of which he is part of Mr. Barnett is part of. He is what ratifies every decision and every budget that we pass in this region. So I am committed to that. So, I only need 30 seconds. I am committed. My brother here is talking about accountability. I supported him. I helped him raise those funds and show me that money. I have just presented a sound report, second to none, and the commander and nothing. Listen, wait. Listen. This region knows I delivered. I have reconnected SLPPNA with SLPP Sierra Leone and SLPP Global. And now my channel will do that. Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Desmond Petsima spoke for 1 minute 40 seconds. With all the interruptions, at the time I have, I have the time here, okay? All right. So, the same question goes to Mr. Barnett. So that's the question. And you've heard what Mr. Petsima has said. even though he has dismissed that question, but what is your response?
Ladies and gentlemen, since 2015, I have served this region as a young generation secretary general, the young generation leader, and young generation leader. Over 10 years of my life, I've dedicated to this region. Continuously, I have worked very hard to ensure that we bring young people together. It's giving the opportunity, I will ensure, having served over 3 different chairmen, as honored Chairman Larry Sadu, Chairman Ba, and Chairman Pesena, I will bring those experience to my executive and make this region strong. I will work with you guys to ensure every member in this region feel valued and important. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You spoke for 7 seconds. The same question goes to you, Mr. Henry, students. You've heard what the 2 gentlemen have said about influence. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it is unfair. Why are these people up here? Please, y'all go sit down. Y'all go sit down, y'all go sit down. Please, you are obstructing other people. When I go sit down, please. When I go sit down. Okay. So the final question goes to Mr. Henry Stevens. You've heard what the 2 gentlemen have said about working under any influence from back home. What is your response?
Ladies and gentlemen, I can unequivocally state here that I, Stevens, have no comment anybody back home. It's not because I don't want to, and it's because I think it's not a genuine process. Why am I going to hook up myself with any of these guys out there when I know very well at the end of the day they want to sway the decision? I'm not ready for that. I'm committed to SLPPNA and I'm elected as chairman of this region. Trust me, your voices will be heard. My incumbent here said something about party conference. Mr. Pesina, with all due respect to you, sir, you had all the leverages, you had all the power to have brought that party conference. The Constitution of America allows you to do that, but you did not do it. You failed to do it. So, guys, I think so. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let me go fast. Let me go fast. I came from the chapters. I came from the chapter here. And besides, and in the chapter here,
Alright, so we get some problem with the mic, but when I stay connected, we are here, then we definitely say something. It is getting a little bit tense now. So,
ladies and gentlemen, please, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am taking over this debate. And at this point, I am going to continue doing the debate. And then I will be professional and doing the debate. Okay. At this point, I am taking over the debate. And I am taking over from where Thank you very much and taking over. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
10 seconds, complete your 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful. Go ahead.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Exactly.
I can see the tensions rising here in this hall. I want you to know that we are one family. We don't need to fight. I'm going to use my 10 seconds to tell you all in this hall that please vote for me. Let's change the trajectory of this future. I have a vision, and I will make sure I
To give these candidates opportunity to give a closing remarks, and I want to make it 1 minute each, starting with Mr. Leone.
Correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, earlier I spoke about 3 things I would like to do with Leone. Accountability, relationship building, and also having access to everyone in this room. Ladies and gentlemen, I have signed this vision. We, for the first time in this region that I've been here, we have seen how this region is now united. We need unity in this region. I am appealing to you, with my experience, to elect me as your next chairman so we can bring unity to SLPPNA America and have a ground where every member feel valuable and important. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. We are going to go to Mr. Stevens. It's your closing remark.
SLPPNA, this might be the last time you see me on stage. I know I'm going to win this election.
Right.
So please, I am appealing to every one of you to vote for me. I have a proven track record from New Jersey. Go to New Jersey. For the 6-7 years I was there, ask them to tell me what I did. I was very successful, and I'm living with a fast bank account. And trust me, my leadership skill is so good that if you think that if I come to the region, there's a lot I will have to offer. I thank you all for listening.
Okay, we're going to pass the microphone now to Mr. Desmond Pesiva for 1 minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, this vision has gone up good. We've made so many progress, and this is not the time for us to go back. I know the 2 gentlemen want to take us aback, but we want to continue to go forward. From ID card to presidential rallies, to raising of $390, to making sure that I collaborate with other diaspora region, to collecting 2 tons for the home base. I want to say, SLPPNA, we support excellency in his election and our leadership.
Okay, people in the audience, please have a seat. Please have a seat. Please have a seat.
No going back. No going back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank all of you for.
All right, guys. Tensions are rising. Tensions are rising.
To continue, because the program we're coming to do at night. So please, just give us your perfect attention. And what I want to say about a lot of these questions that came up was that we saw the audience. So many times the question came from the audience. So please, let's bear with it. It's a debate, it's politics, and the best person is going to win. Thank you all very much. Now we are going to do the rest of the elections, and we are going to do it by chapter. So the very first chapter we have